lesson 4, we're talking about percent of change. Again, we're talking about percentages here. So vocab for you. A percent of change is a ratio that compares the change in quantity to the original amount. So we have our formula here. Percent of change equals the amount of change over the original amount, then times 100. Our amount of change here, we do that by taking our new number minus our original number. So amount of change would be new minus original, and then divide by the original amount, and then again times 100 because we're talking about percent. If the percent is positive, the percent of change is a percent of increase. If the percent is negative, the percent of change is a percent of decrease. So that comes from taking our new minus original. Now you can also just kind of think that through. Is the number going up, it's going to be a percent of increase. If the number is going down, it's a percent of decrease. So that's kind of common sense stuff. So example 1, find the percent of change from 60 degrees Fahrenheit to 84 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so if we have our percent of change, you can abbreviate it POC, equals our amount of change, so our new, we're now at 84 degrees, so 84 minus, our original was 60, so we can already see it from right there, it's going to be positive, so it's a percent of increase. Now our original, make sure you put the original on the bottom, and then we'll take that times 100. Okay, so 84 minus 60 gives us 24 over 60 times 100. 24 divided by 60 is 0.4 times 100. So final answer, 0.4 times 100 is 40. We're talking about percent of change, so 40%, and it went up, so 40% increase. Positive change, so 40% increase. Okay, there is example 1. Now, example 2. Sticking with that same formula here. McKenna had 318 stamps. Had, so that's the original. Now she has 273 stamps. So now she has, so that's our new. Find the percent of change, round to the nearest tenth if necessary. Make sure you guys pay attention to our rounding rules. So our percent of change. Okay, so if we did our new number, 273 minus our original of 318, divided by the original amount, and that whole thing times 100. So 273 minus 318 gives us negative 45 over 318 times 100. If we did negative 45 divided by 318, you'll see you get a decimal. We're going to write the first 4 numbers. So negative 0.1415. I know it says nearest tenth, but you'll see why we want to write 4 times 100, which equals negative 14.15. Now we want to think about rounding. Nearest tenth is at first place. What does the 5 do? We have negative 14.2% decrease. Negative number, so we have a percent decrease. Never round it to the very end. You don't want to round on this step to the nearest tenth because then we're going to take it times 100 and your answer will be quite a bit wrong. So never round it to the very end. Now, eventually you're not going to have to write all these steps. You could put some of these in your calculator. Make sure you show this original piece. Don't just put it in your calculator and write your answer. That's how you guys miss all of your partial credit points. Alright, one last example for this section. Another real world problem for you. Okay, down on the right side. Okay, Mr. Lee bought a memory card for $138.89, including tax. The card had a sticker price of $129.20. What is the percent sales tax that he paid? Okay, so he bought the card including tax. So that's going to be our new price. Our new price. The card had a sticker price of 129. So that is the original. That's what he saw first. We can use our percent equation. It's going to be method 1 to find the percent of sales tax. So our percent of change equals our new price, so 138.89 minus the original 129.20 divided by the original, so 129.20. That whole thing times 100. Okay, if I do my subtraction, I get 9.69 over 129.2, still times 100. Okay, if you did that division and then multiplied by 100, since we're running out of room, you can do 2 steps at once. You would get 7.5. Actually, I'm going to write this off to the side so you guys can see it a little better. So our final answer is 7.5% tax. Okay, so if you're giving the price that you pay and you're given the original price and you want to use that to find your percent of tax, that's one way to do it. Use your percent change. Our method 2, you can divide the total cost of the memory card, which was 138.89, by the sticker price, that's your original price, so by 129.2. So we can divide new over old, and we want to take that times 100, because again we're talking about percentages. Now if I just stick this in my calculator all at once, so 138.89 over 129.2, put it in as a fraction, that times 100, you'll see that we get 107.5. So we paid 107.5%. If I want to know what just my tax is, well, my price was 100%. So if I take out the percent of my price, what are we left with? Final answer would be 7.5%. I'll squeeze that in there. So you'll see we get 7.5% tax on both methods. So again, just like last section, you choose which method works best for you.